Who's Matt? Rockin' Librarian, if you remember. Oh, she left. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you will be voting for Trump. Someone said 10% for the big guy. The big guy is Bobulinski, not Biden. I do, but not with you.
Okay.
It's not possible.
I do think Biden is responsible for inflation.
How so?
Do you know what causes inflation?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It could be increase in money supply, increase of gas prices, destruction of
No,
supply chains.
one thing and one thing only. It's the increase in money supply too large for the economy. So how the hell
Not
is
true.
Biden going to reduce
true.
inflation with his...
Supply chains being affected in supply chains, like not being to the same degree as they were, could it cause increase in prices. Supply decreases given the same demand, increase of prices.
I know how the economy works.
Yeah, I have a
Inflation
degree in
is caused by
economics,
too
so
much
tell
money
me.
being pumped into the economy for its size.
Yeah, so
Everything
look,
else is a residual effect of that.
yeah, so look up Fred, St. Louis Federal Reserve, and you can actually see that given M2, there's a greater increase of money supply under Trump's administration. Did you know
Okay.
that? Look at M2.
I do.
Yeah, so if you
But,
okay, if you look
for
at that,
everyone,
you know you're wrong.
I just think it's ridiculous to what, you know,
So Trump caused more
can
inflation
I
than Biden?
just, huh?
So Trump caused more inflation than Biden?
I think now I may not be correct, but I think that the Biden administration has printed a lot more money than Trump's did.
You're totally wrong. So there's
Okay,
actually one, they don't print the money. That would be the Federal Reserve. They credit accounts. And then two, that happened to a
I
greater
get
degree
that.
under
That's
Trump's
a saying.
administration.
Printing the money is a saying. You guys are way too literal sometimes.
I'm just clarifying the process, but
Okay. All right. What I would like to say, that I would just like to make a statement, and then you can kick me off if you want. But
I didn't want to kick you off. I just want you to respond to my argument.
Okay, I did.
You didn't.
Didn't I?
Right? No, given your argument, it would actually say that Trump caused more inflation than Biden because you said increase of money supply caused inflation. Well, there's a greater increase in M2 under Trump's administration. Therefore, Trump's administration caused more inflation than Biden's administration.
I didn't disagree with you, so I thought maybe you. Okay.
Okay. So then Trump is responsible for inflation. Do you agree?
You want to? Every single fucking president is responsible for it. Okay.
Okay.
Every single president is responsible for inflation if it happens at their helm.
Okay, so who's responsible for it to happen at a greater degree? Because clearly, based upon your argument, it'd be Trump has greater responsibility for inflation.
Well, you know what? You're obviously smarter at this than I am. I did study economics, but it was about 1,000 years ago. But with that in mind, why were all the indicators down when Trump was in office? Interest rates were down, prices were lower.
Yeah, interest rates relate to the Federal Reserve. Prices relate to global gas supply. Supply chains related to COVID. There was global inflation. There was inflation in Asia, in Africa, in Europe, in Indonesia. There was inflation everywhere. So what,
Sensitive.
your generation just allowed pedophilia. So like if you call me sensitive for not allowing for pedophilia, then I don't know what to tell you.
That's not pedophilia. It was a statement.
Yeah, it is.
He didn't.
Yeah,
he
it
didn't
is.
commit anything.
Yeah. No,
by the way,
it is
Trump is-
absolutely sexualizing a child to say that you're going to be dating someone who is not born yet, or someone dating a 10-year-old
Yeah,
girl in
okay.
10
I'll
years.
let you win that one too. There's just no. You just keep arguing your point. Whatever.
I'll argue my point because it's a debate live. If you didn't want me to argue a point, why'd you join a debate live?
Well, because you're right about everything and I'm wrong.
I'm not right about everything, but I am right about
Okay.
That's why I'm
How about
arguing
this
it.
one? Trump is not a convicted felon.
He is.
No, he's not.
Yes,
He
he
doesn't
is.
get that moniker till he's been sentenced.
So again, he has been convicted of 34 felonies.
He
That
is.
what a
It doesn't
convicted
go on the
felon is.
books as a convicted felon until he has been sentenced.
If someone is convicted of 34 felonies, are they a convicted felon?
Not until they've been sentenced.
So the conviction has happened, the sentencing hasn't.
It doesn't become a reality and you've been sentenced. Why has the
But he's been convicted. We're talking
why has the
conviction, not
sentencing
sentenced.
been pushed?
I'm not
why
saying
has
a
the sentencing
sentenced
been pushed
felon. I'm
back?
saying a convicted felon.
I know what you're saying.
Okay.
You should look that one up yourself. I won't give on that one.
I have looked it up.
So have I.
Okay. Apparently not good enough.
Well, we can, okay. I'm not going to keep you. You probably want to have somebody who's better at the issues than I am. I just want to say one thing.
I just want to say one thing. I don't mean to be rude or anything, but you came on my live originally saying I'm not old enough to have these conversations. Do you still hold that view now?
No, you're. You know what? You and who's your friend there, Parker, and some of these other guys. You guys are actually quite intelligent. What I tell you, don't have is wisdom. You have smarts, but you don't have wisdom, and you think everything has to be fact checked or it has to be factual. And you know what? There's a lot in life that happens on intuition. Okay. Did you realize? Did you know if you get in trouble with the IRS? They can actually still sentence you or fine you without proving it. It's called the smell test. It's called the smell test, and it's on the books. If it stinks, you're guilty.
Yeah, Mark.
So sometimes things just can't be proven.
So here's my
What?
point. That would be what their standard of proof is in that scenario. But what I would say is if you're just basing it on intuition, well, then my intuition here is going to be that you're controlled specifically by reptilians that exist underground as a psyop, right? To get people to vote for a convicted felon.
And what makes you think it's okay to be disrespectful of somebody, especially to somebody that's 40 years older than you?
I don't think that's disrespectful.
I'm controlled by reptilians in the fucking ground.
Yeah, I know that's.
What's wrong with you, man? How are you raised?
Mark, that was my intuition. So what I'm demonstrating to you is it's silly to go solely based upon your intuition.
You know what?
Obviously,
you could have used a better example. I didn't disrespect you.
That's not disrespectful for me to say that. Appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much, Christian. I appreciate it.
All right.
How is that disrespectful, Mark?
Listen to your words.
Yeah, I was listening to my words. I thought I was being very respectful there. It's called to reduct you out of
Okay. Well, then we live in two different worlds, my friend. You know what? I just want to say something, and then I'll go. That I grew up in the 60s and the 70s.
The Queen, thank you for $6.66. Thank you.
Back then, the two parties were not so far apart. In fact, it was common to vote on either side of the fence. There wasn't all this hatred that's there, and you have to try to put the other side down all the time. We don't get anything accomplished that way. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an American, and I study each election cycle, and I'll vote for who the best candidate is. But that doesn't seem to be the way anymore. Everybody has to be so vindictive, and the two sides won't talk anymore.
Mark, my whole debate page is about us talking. And one thing I need to say is that this isn't a John McCain. This is not a Mitt Romney. This is a proven sexual abuser, a guy who's undermining our democratic elections. The guy you voted for in 2012, if you voted for Romney, is voting for Joe Biden, okay? Because he's not destroying this democracy, okay? This is not a typical election. If it was a typical
democracy,
election,
this is not by the way, we don't live in a democracy.
We do.
This is a republic.
We live in a constitutional republic and representative democracy. Those things are they exist at the same time. They're both
Show me where the
applicable
word
and describing.
democracy is in the Constitution.
Wait, whether or not it's in the Constitution doesn't determine whether or not we have a representative democracy. We, by definition, have a representative democracy and a constitutional republic. So I'd ask you, what's the contradiction between a representative democracy and a constitutional republic? That means that they cannot exist simultaneously.
Right. Speaking of, you guys keep beating Trump up for being a sexual predator or whatever. You know what? I don't even know what words I can't say on here anymore. You guys say grape. Why can't we say the real word? What's up with that?
TikTok is just weird.
Jesus, you can't even say, you got to say unalive or how do you say that?
Yeah, you got to sell those things. I know. I don't like it either, but it's just TikTok.
That's bullshit. I mean, what it's gotten to is that people are way too goddamn sensitive.
No, Mark, this has nothing to do with people being sensitive. It has everything to do with just what they ban on TikTok.
No, it goes beyond TikTok. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm older. I lost my train of thought. I do appreciate what you guys are doing. I really do. Sometimes I think it goes a little too far. I just wish the two sides would get together again. I think that's the only way to really make our country great again. It really is. But you got to admit that the left and the right, for the most part, and I'm not talking about you, but for the most part, Boy, oh boy, it's a war, and it doesn't need to be.
Well, in order for us to get to that point, we need a working democracy, a working system, and I think that is undermined by Donald Trump not accepting the fair and democratic election results.
You know, we can talk about that too. He didn't accept the election results. It's everyone's constitutional right to question the election.
I don't
There's
dispute
voter
questioning.
fraud, and it's exposed
Mark,
all
he
the
didn't just
time.
question; he undermined our process. Okay, Al Gore questioned, right? That was not what's happened here. Okay,
How did he undermine the process?
because he said that the election was stolen with no sufficient evidence. There were 60 plus court cases, audits around the entire United States.
Yeah,
None
and
of
you
them
know what? They
indicated
were all
sufficient
tossed
evidence to
out
overturn the election.
they were all
on
tossed out
insufficient
for other
grounds.
reasons.
On insufficient grounds, or like on bias by people bringing it up, disingenuity. I can't say that word. Like people being disingenuous.
Yeah, there you go. Good job. Boy, there was a few other on top of my mind. Yeah, what about Trump? This how do you have to say it? SA case against Trump. How does this thing get to court 20 years or whatever after it happens?
Yeah, so there was particularly victims of the Catholic Church that came out and advocated to extend the statute of limitations so that they could try in a civil case against like people who raped them at the Catholic Church. So because of that, it opened up the statute of limitations to a particular degree in which E. Jean Carroll could have brought up this case, and she did. She filed in 2019.
Now, my understanding is that they've changed the law back again already.
So it was
Is that true?
It was temporary, so people could try it. I think it should be continued, but that's what got.
And you
passed
don't
into
see
law.
you don't see through that.
No, because
You don't.
It was
Do you really
interrelated to
think
Trump.
that Trump is that bad of a person that he's got 9 million felonies against him?
Yes, I do think.
Or
He's
do you
done all
think
of
that
those
they
things.
went? Well, let me ask you this:
Mark,
do you
we have
think
him on
that
audio
this-
recording committing felonies. Okay,
What's that?
we have him on an audio recording committing a felony.
Which felony?
Yeah, so he specifically said for them to move the documents that he was willfully retaining. So what is going to be the issue is when he willfully retains classified documents, because that's what he was getting charged with, whereas Joe Biden didn't get charged with it because he didn't willfully retain it. And same thing with Mike Pence. Mike Pence didn't willfully retain it either.
No, it's not why Biden didn't get charged. It's because they thought he was too far gone to put him in the courtroom. Now,
No. They
correct
said
me if
because
I'm
he didn't
wrong, but I
demonstrate
heard that earlier
willful
today
intent to retain.
that document case against Trump was thrown out earlier today. Is that
Yeah,
not true?
I would have to see if it was thrown out today. I haven't seen anything indicating it was thrown out.
Okay. But let me ask you this: this 34 misdemeanor count.
It's not misdemeanors, so they're felonies.
Yeah, they sure
felonies
that's the
because-
way they ended up.
No, I'll explain.
They
They're
ended up
felonies
being
because-
felonies because there had to be an underlying crime, and that was never disclosed.
I'll
They
tell you
talked
what the
about it
underlying crime
briefly
was.
in the closing arguments. Trump never knew what he was charged with.
Mark, the predicate crime is election interference.
And how did he interfere with the election?
By
And
falsifying,
what does that?
by falsifying the business records with the explicit reason of
Right.
keeping the story out from affecting him during the election.
And Congress has paid out $17 million in the same thing, and nothing's ever happened to anybody.
Can you tell me who specifically engaged in that?
No, I can't.
Okay.
But I do remember that you probably don't watching Bill Clinton give I can't remember her name an $800,000 check on TV for hush money.
So hush money isn't the crime. The crime is falsifying business records with the predicate crime.
I get that.
in election interference.
They maneuvered all that to be, but that's a federal crime. What is it doing in a state court?
Hush. Okay, so federal crimes are tried in state courts in plenty of circumstances.
When you're trying to put a guy down.
That happens all the time.
Answer me this, though. Do you honestly, in your heart of hearts, think that Trump would have been charged with any of that had he not been Donald Trump, or not running for president?
Well, he wouldn't have engaged in election interference if he wasn't Donald Trump.
It would have never happened. In my opinion,
Well,
my gut tells me it would have never happened.
So are you saying if he didn't run in 2024, or are you saying if he didn't run in
Right.
2016?
If he wasn't running right now, those
Wrong.
charges
Wrong.
would have never been brought.
Wrong. So it was filed in 2019. That's before he was running in 2024, let alone him running in 2020.
You said, okay. Well, you're opening my eyes to a few things, but I'm sorry. I can't vote for a man in Biden's condition, and you guys are fooling yourself if you think he can handle the job, because he can't.
I mean, Trump's a
I
raging-
saw it in him in 2020. I said, this guy's got dementia. And everyone's called me
You have
crazy
no
then.
evidence of that.
No, I
still-
don't. But I have eyes. My father's going through the same thing. We have a lot of people my age that can see it in the same thing in their parents.
My grandma had-
Again,
my grandma died
you're
of
stuck on
dementia.
proof.
My grandma died of dementia. She was in nowhere near the same circumstances Joe Biden is currently. Nowhere near.
But okay, but your grandmother wasn't trying to be president of the United States either.
I understand, but I would have voted for my grandma over Donald Trump.
Now that's a pretty sorry statement.
Yeah,
I'm
because-
sure that
because
your
of how
grandmother
bad
would have
Donald
did a
Trump
better
is.
job. Right, right. Yeah. You got people waiting?
I mean, I'll talk to you. I have plenty of time to talk to you. I'll just ask you: do you think violent offenders should be able to own a gun?
No, I do not.
Okay, so Trump shouldn't be.
And
able
I'm
to
a
own
gun rights advocate. I am a gun rights advocate.
Okay, Mark. So Trump shouldn't be able to own a gun, but he should be able to run for president, get access to the nuclear.
Well, wait a
codes.
minute. What are you talking about? What's his violent
Trump,
offender?
Yeah, Trump's a violent offender because SA is a violent offense. So he should be able to get access. To run for president and get access to nuclear codes, but he shouldn't be able to get access to a gun.
Boy, you like to back people in the corner, don't you?
Well, it's a point. It's a good point, right?
It is a good point. But here's the thing. It is on the books that it doesn't matter what a person's record is. They can run for president. They can run from prison if they want to.
So again, I understand that constitutionally, legally speaking, they can, but you are saying that they shouldn't be able to get access to a gun, but they should be able to get access to nuclear codes, which seems a bit contradictory.
Again, you're really stretching it there. Someone that shouldn't have a gun and the nuclear codes aren't even apples to apples.
Okay, so are nuclear codes not worse to have than a gun?
I think there's a greater responsibility. I think, you know what? Which I think what a lot of you people fail to realize, the same shit that you're bringing up right now is the same thing that was the talking points in 2020 when Trump was running. He's going to start
it's not.
World War III. I can't have him near the butt.
Wait.
Blah, blah,
Biden's
blah, blah, blah.
wait. Trump is making that argument right now about Joe Biden that World War III will be caused if he's not president, if Trump's not president. That's the argument
Well,
right
you know
now that
what?
Donald Trump is making.
You know what? It's back at you.
No.
It's
Also,
kinda
Donald
like
Trump
back at you.
said Donald Trump said that she shouldn't be allowed to run, Hillary Clinton, because she's going to be under felony indictment and won't be able to do all of her presidential duties. Yet he was under felony indictment and wasn't able to do all of his presidential duties. Was complaining about it. Yet he should still be able to run. That's called hypocrisy.
Wait a minute. Was he
2016
was under felony indictment for the 2020 election?
I'm talking for this election. He's under felony
Right,
indictment.
but
Won't be able to do it.
he spoke about felony indictment then.
No,
now
he
he's
spoke about
under
felony indictment in 2016.
right against Hillary. That's right.
Yeah, she shouldn't be allowed to run. So the 2016 Trump is condemning voting for 2024 Trump.
It's called politics.
Yeah.
Nobody tells the fucking truth. Nobody tells the fucking
Yeah,
truth.
but Trump lies 3 times more and about worse things.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm going to tell you what. You guys
Sarah,
think
thank you for the dollar. Thank you so
that
much.
Biden is a saint? He's been on the Hill
not.
for over 50 years. He's a crooked motherfucker just like the rest of them.
Yeah, what did he
And
do? that was crooked?
ask me to prove it, I'm not going to prove it to you. But
Exactly.
they're all fucking crooked. They're all
Yeah,
crooked.
they're all crooked, but I have no evidence. That's kind of a
well,
joke, bro.
there is evidence. Look at their fucking net worth with a $12 an hour job.
What? They don't have a $12 an hour job.
Come on, man. Play with me here a little bit.
The reason why Biden has that net
my
worth.
point is this:
The
they
reason
don't
why
make
Biden
the
has that
goddamn
net-
money they make to be worth $300 million.
Listen, he's not worth 300 million, but Biden has the money he has is because he sold books. Okay, and when he's president, there's more people that know his name, so he sells more books.
You
Thank you,
can't-
$1.
Huh?
I was saying thank you $1 to someone, but I am using intuition, and you can't just use intuition because then you're subject to conspiracy theories. Like again, reptilians are controlling you.
Okay, but here's the thing, my friend. We're having a conversation. We're not in a court of law.
Yeah, but we're having a debate in front of over 5,000 people. So obviously, I'm going to ask you for evidence and reason to believe what you're believing because there's 5,000 people listening. I would ask you for evidence even if there wasn't 5,000 people listening, but there's even better reason to ask you given that there's 5,000 people listening.
You shouldn't have told me that. Now I'm nervous.
I'm sorry. Well, you can look in the top right.
I don't know how this. I'm not on here much, man. I'm not tech savvy with all these sites.
Yeah, there's 5,000 people, 5.1 thousand people watching currently. Lorenzo, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. And did you know that Trump's son-in-law specifically got like $2 billion from Saudi Arabia?
I saw a news clip about it.
Yeah, Jared Kushner. I appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. No one talks about that.
Maybe they could. Maybe he got it legitimately.
Okay, buddy.
What? What are you laughing
He
about?
didn't use the Trump name. He didn't use his Connex at all. None of them. Appreciate
Maybe he
that.
did,
Thank you.
and there's nothing wrong with that, unless Trump was in office. Unless Trump was in office when it happened.
It was. He
Nothing
was.
wrong with using the brand,
was in
but yes,
office.
okay, that I didn't know. Then, you know what? If it was, then it should be investigated and he should be charged.
Hey, I agree with investigations. That's my point. But until we have good reason to believe these, given the investigations have occurred, well, then will we have no basis for it? It's just intuition, which I can say I just disagree with you.
And that's how conversations work. But you're on your live and you have all these people and you want to prove your point, so you want proof.
Sean, thank you for $2.
We have kitchen table political conversations, and rarely does it come up that somebody screams at me, "I need fucking proof."
I'm sorry, Mark, but like I have a higher
No,
standard than a lot of
don't
other people.
apologize. I'm just saying that I'm just used to having roundtable conversations.
No,
that's
and I
all.
get it. And Mark, I think people should ask for evidence more, and that's actually why I engage in these conversations more.
Well, God bless you, and I really hope that your generation and the ones forward figure this out, because you guys are actually pretty good. You should see some of these other lives that they are totally fucking unhinged.
No, Mark, they're not good.
Death
They're
to
not good,
Donald
bro.
Trump and
They're not good. Don't you worry, bro. I got you.
Don't listen to this guy. He thinks I'm paid by the DNC.
well, I think you are too.
Okay, Mark.
No,
why am
I'm
I
kidding
paid-
you.
Okay, I
I'm
was about to
kidding
say,
you,
Mark.
but I tell you what, who's
No,
the
it's
big-
okay, Mark. I
who's
have
the-
the documents right here to prove it. You're all good, brother. It's all good. You can say that.
Who's the other kid down here that what's his name?
Harry.
Harry. He denies like a mofo of being paid too, and boy, did he get busted on that.
He didn't, but
He gets a lot of money. He gets a lot of money.
Yeah, so he doesn't. Palette Management and Palette Media are two separate entities, right? Palette Management
That's
is
a
what
lie. I
Harry
have
works
proof right
with.
here. That's a
Palette
lie. He
Media
just
is
lied to
not
you.
something that Harry
5,000
works
people.
with.
Are
He
you
just
that
lied.
naive to think that misdeeds don't go on and money doesn't get filtered through these to who they want to filter it to?
Mark, I know Harry. Harry's a friend of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not paid by the DNC. He wishes he got money. He
Palette,
doesn't.
on Palette Management's website, it says right here, the first thing when you type in Palette Management is that it's Palette Media. Like literally the first sentence, everyone. If you want to go
No.
look on the website,
All you did was
I have the website right here. No, I didn't. Go Google
Hunter,
search.
all you did was
The
look up
website.
in Google
Nope.
Palette Media, and then Palette
Nope.
Management come up because they have affiliated names.
Nope.
Secondly,
No, Palette
they are
Management right here. So
legally
on
Hunter,
Palette-
listen.
Okay,
Hunter,
yes,
listen.
yes. I
They are
will. And then you're
legally-
going to listen to me after I listen to you.
I will. They are legally distinct entities. So if they're legally distinct entities, they would have the transaction history from one entity to the other if it ends up going to Harry. Otherwise, we would have something from Palette Media to Harry Sisson, which we don't have.
No, because you're using a third-party entity. You're using a show company, being Palette Media.
So
you're
if they're
getting
using
paid- it's a legal loophole you guys are trying to do, but I have that right here too.
no, because Harry still would have gotten paid, and the same thing that you brought up that says that Harry got paid from Democracy Action and Midas Touch would specifically show that Harry got money from Palette Management or from Palette Media.
Oh yeah, you mean the money right here that Harry got paid according to the FEC in the disbursement section?
Yeah, if you're talking the 16 grand for consulting,
Yeah, you know who runs that company that he got paid by?
the Democracy Action or Midas Touch.
Democracy Action.
Which one?
Democracy Action.
Oh, Mary Trump. I saw that in your video.
Yeah. So you do know that though, right? You know that Mary Trump is paying Harry Sisson directly, and in her page, all she cares about is taking down Donald Trump. Don't you find that a little ironic?
Yeah, so Midas Touch and Mary Trump, obviously on the same political side as Harry Sisson, are going to ask for consulting and engage in consulting to spread the message more. That doesn't mean he's paid by the DNC. Mary Trump is not the DNC.
I didn't
Mary
say that
Trump
Mary
is
Trump
another
is the
distinct individual on the same political side as him that wants to engage in promoting these particular types of political ideas.
Hey,
that
everyone, real
happens
quick,
all the
real quick,
time.
I hate to cut
Wait,
you off.
listen.
Everyone, do you notice that he starts talking really fast when he lies? He was talking so calmly and smoothly, but it's a tactic when people lie. They talk really, really fast to try and get their information. So if we can have a
You talking about Harry?
No,
Mark,
no,
I have a question,
no.
Mark.
Harry
Am
has-
Am I talking the same speed as I was prior?
No, you are now. You are now. I appreciate
No, I'm
it.
asking Mark, respectfully. Not you, Hunter.
Respectfully, I think what happens there is that you start talking faster when the person you're talking to continues to talk and tries to talk over you. That's what I
okay,
see.
W Mark? W Mark?
Hey,
get
I'm
some
not
W's
taking
for Mark in the
sides.
comments?
I'm being
he's not.
honest.
I appreciate that. I appreciate we have a little bit of a moderator that's actually unbiased. That's actually pretty great. Thank you, Mark.
And if you both don't behave, you're not getting any fucking supper, okay?
That was great. That was actually great, Mark. You're actually a G for that, Mark.
I think you guys would have enjoyed hanging around with me when I was your age.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So Hunter, here's my question.
Yeah,
Can you tell
absolutely. You have
me
a question for me
anything? Can you tell me anything that affiliates me with any of these payments?
Oh, no. I didn't say that you were paid. I said that you lied, and I have that proof right here as well. I got so many documents that we can get into. So
Okay, where'd I lie?
you said they don't work for Palette Media. Harry works for Palette Management, and they are different. However, earlier you claimed that all I did was a quick Google search and brought up the first thing. However, when you go straight to Palette Management's career page, first thing that comes up, Palette Media, is which you explained they're different entities, which isn't true because you guys had to disclose, according to what act is it? You guys had to disclose, according to the Federal Election Campaign Act, what you were doing, and the fact that you didn't do it. You guys are now, well, not you, because you're not working for. Are you working for Palette Media?
No, I have no affiliation with any management company or any business.
Okay,
Never
well,
had any type of sponsorship.
Harry, according to a government
Respect
website,
the dollar.
at 2 to 5 years in prison. He is because he committed a finance violation, and that states that.
No,
let me
do
give
want
you
me
the
to explain?
definition.
So
of what,
they
let me
are
know, let me give you-
legally.
wait, real
I already
quick,
said this earlier, Hunter. They're
Can I give you a
legally
definition of
distinct.
what a campaign finance finance violation?
Hunter, are Palette Media and Palette Management legally identical?
Or what?
Are Palette Media and Palette Management legally identical?
Yes, they're the same company.
Okay. Now I'm going to need a source for that.
I have the source right here.
They're not legally identical. They're legally distinct.
So then I'm going to turn the question back on you because you're trying to ask me for proof, which I'm providing for you, but you then don't have proof that they're not different companies because you cannot pull up any website anywhere on the internet, Palette Media. Pull up that, please. Show me
Appreciate
that.
the hand mustache. Thank you so much. I can.
Hey, while you guys are doing that, I want to say something.
Legally distinct.
I want to say something to both of you guys.
Go for it.
I just had a proud moment. I'm really impressed with you guys for your age and how you dig in and how you care, and no matter what side of the fence you're on. But I will say this, it has everything to do with the tools that are at your disposal. When I was a kid, I don't even know where I would have found any of this. You'd have to go down to the courthouse and, you'd have to go to a lot of places to find this stuff. Which leads me to say something. I don't know how anybody thinks they can get away with anything anymore.
I know. It's crazy that Harry thought he could break the law for so many years and we wouldn't find out.
So I want you to go to the FEC website and I want you to type in Palette Media Incorporated and then Palette Management.
No, Palette Management doesn't come up, but Palette Media does come up because they're the same company. That's what I'm trying to establish with you.
No. So Palette Media does come up. Palette Media Incorporated, because
Yes.
they're incorporated.
Yes,
Whereas
Palette Media-
Palette Management is a different incorporation. So the reason why Palette Management doesn't come up is because Palette Media Incorporated has a different incorporation than does Palette Management. Sophia, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And Diane, thank you for the $50 from the management team. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Diane. Thank you so much for all the money. I really appreciate it.
Wait, did you say?
Hey,
wait,
Diane,
I'm
can
not
I give you my
trying to be
Cash App?
Did you say? Did you say?
Diane,
from the
can I give you my
management
Cash App?
What'd you say, Hunter?
team? Did you say from
I
the
said-
management team?
Did I say what?
From the management team?
Oh, yeah, I did.
$50. Oh, okay. So Palette Media is on right now.
No, it's Palette Management giving me
Oh,
money.
okay. So Palette Media is on right now. You know what? Hey, can I just
No,
do a little bit of
no.
a disclaimer? Everyone, the fact that the management team right now is on for Palette Management means they are absolutely terrified. And why would a management team be on at 10:30? No, listen. Why would a management team be on at 10:30 at night to pay one of their creators? You know what I'm saying? Why would that even be the case? You're getting $50 because you're trying to discredit my claims because I'm exposing and you're asking for proof and I have it right here, dude.
Hunter, you actually are delusional, bro. I'm making a joke, bro. They sent me the money saying from the management team as a joke, bro. And you actually took that seriously? This tells me how
bro, I'm trying to hold
disingenuous
in my
you
lap.
are,
I'm trying
Hunter.
to hold in my lap right now, actually.
Okay, buddy. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Mark. I gotta meet you. These claims are just as likely to be true, right, as your other claims about us being DNC paid or bot.
What do you mean? Dude, what do you mean?
Yeah, in your video, you said that
Yes.
me, Matt, and Dean are paid by the DNC. You said that. Now you've gone back on it and you've said, "Oh, I
No.
only said that Harry was paid."
You
But
can
in
watch the video. Pull up the video
You
then,
want me to
bro.
pull up the video right now?
Actually, no, I don't, because I probably actually did say that. Actually, you know
Well,
what?
let's hear it. Let's hear his video.
Oh, no.
Ends Harry's political
Thank you. Everyone knows they're getting paid.
I'm jumping straight into the shit because there's a lot to go into this video. I'm not holding back. Go to the FEC. It's a government website, the federal.
That music's fire, though.
Next, go to a section that's titled Disbursements and type in Harry's name, Harry Sisson. He was, in fact, paid $13,000. Democracy Defense Action. Okay, that's
So all of the claims I'm saying right are in that video. So everything I've said so far is consistent. So Parker said I wasn't telling the truth. Everything I'm saying is consistent.
Hold up. I gotta turn this off. Give me one sec.
That music was no, but you know what I'm saying? Like everything that I've said tonight is exactly consistent with my video that I made.
I have to disconnect. No, you know it's not. I have to
No.
go to. I just have to leave because I have to play the video.
Oh, you hear that? Everyone, Parker had to leave the video because what I wasn't.
No, I had to leave because it was playing through my phone, which I was connected on, by the way.
Okay.
I wanna say thank you to some people.
Whatever you say,
Melissa,
bro.
thank you for the $100 from Hunter Biden. Thank you so much, Melissa. I appreciate the $100 from Hunter Biden. Matt, thank you for the $10 from the DNC Palette Management or Palette Media. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Holy shit, can we get some W's from Melissa in the chat right now? Kate, thank you for the $15 from the management company. I appreciate it. And Laura, thank you for the $5 for toward a lawyer to sue Hunter for defamation. And Laura, thank you for the $2. Sophia, thank you for the $10 as well. Holy shit, I appreciate everyone.
checkmate for Harry.
Let's play this video.
This is the video that by the DN. Answer me one simple question. When you go into Google, when you type in Palette Media Inc., how come the first
Which is what I said.
is Palette Management? The very first
And you go to their careers website, Palette Media and Palette Management are actually linked,
the same company.
Hold up.
which is what I claimed.
Even worse. So Parker chose to pin two of his
Oh yeah, by the way,
Aaron, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Aaron.
Parker's pin videos are him mocking God, by the way, which that's
Yeah.
what I said next.
Aaron, thank you for the
mock God
$20.
as your-
Thank you so much.
Why do you mock God for your pin?
Listen,
videos?
listen,
Oh, that's
listen.
another question we could talk about. That is a little bit of a character flaw.
for yourself. Everyone that sees this video, I encourage you to comment on his page. Christ is King.
Yeah, everyone should comment. Christ is king, but I know you have a lot of atheists.
You keep
and
talking
blue-haired
over
chicks
the
that
over the
follow you,
clip.
so, you know,
Appreciate
that
the good evening.
probably
Thank you so
will
much. So you called me DNC puppet. You said that we were paid.
I didn't say that you were
Rachel,
paid.
thank you
No,
for the
what do you
$5. Thank
mean?
you.
Listen, he just played the
You
video.
keep talking. No, you're literally talking over the video, so I can't play it.
Play it. Look, I'm muting myself.
When you go into Google and you type in Palette Media Inc., how come the first result is Palette Management?
Just be quiet for a second.
The very first fucking one. Palette Media doesn't appear. You know what does appear? Palette Management, because they are the same company. Oh, but it gets even worse. So Parker chose to pin 2 of his videos mocking God. Listen, I believe in the freedom of religion, but if you are choosing to openly mock God and pin that as your 2 most top videos that you want people to see, what kind of sorry career are you building for yourself? Everyone that sees this video, I encourage you to comment on his page, Christ is King. So what Harry and Parker and the rest of the DNC liberal
Push the hand
puppets
out.
decided to do, they decided to censor my last video. Look, they blocked your video from being shared. Says no internet connection, just so you know, brother.
The DNC
Another
puppets, by
person
the
said,
way.
"Hey, I had to
Now
save
let me
this
go to the.
best news. All of TikTok algorithm should at least be at 250,000 videos.
That was a
But they
complete lie. I
stopped
can
at
explain
about
that to you as
the
well.
180 mark, and now it's just slowly going through. In conclusion, this is Harry, Parker, Dean, Chris, under the desk news. All of the liberal puppet sellouts right now.
Liberal puppet sellouts? Wait, what does that mean, Hunter?
I'm gonna answer that question in 1 second. Real quick, Lily, I'm gonna pray for you. The fact that everyone's calling 666, you have a sorry comment section, bro. Not you. I'm not criticizing you, but your comment section is absolutely sorry for that.
Fucking checkmate for Harry and the rest of the
A little bit of demon. There is some
Listen,
demon. Thank you,
listen.
Christ is King.
Wait, when you
That's okay.
here's where you associate puppets with getting paid.
fucking checkmate for Harry and the rest of the puppets that are paid for by the DNC.
Oh, I didn't say your name like you claimed.
Listen.
That don't know.
I didn't even know who you were until you commented on my video that I was lying.
Hunter, be quiet so I can play the video.
And Dean, just a few nights ago, and won a 2v1 when I exposed their corruption. They work for a company that used to be called Pallet Media.
They?
It's now called Pallet Management. I said, hey guys, why are you funded by the DNC? They said, we're not. That's nonsense. And they lost their minds. This is straight from a government website.
Yeah, so that's you saying that Dean is paid. You also associated DNC puppets with being paid by the DNC, which you called me a DNC puppet. Daniel, thank you for the $6.66 from Hunter's mom. Heather, thank you for the $6.66 from Mary Trump. TCD, I appreciate the $15 from the DNC pallets and the media and the Illuminati. I appreciate it. Travis, thank you for the dollar. Matt, thank you for the $50 based on Hunter Owl Incorporated. Thank you so much. Kate, thank you for the $15. Thank you so much. Laura, I appreciate the $5. Rachel, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I appreciate it all. Ray, thank you for the $6.66. Thank you so much. Cassidy, thank you for the $3. Seth, thank you for the $3.40. And Aaron, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. All right, go for it. So you're wrong. You did say that I was paid.
Yeah. No, I didn't mention your name specifically.
Bro,
So
you
that's
called
not what you
me a
paid.
DNC puppet. You said the DNC
No.
puppets were paid by the DNC. Okay, so do you
Well,
think
of
Dean
course
is paid?
DNC people- of
Hunter,
course
Hunter,
Harry
you
is
said
paid. I'm here to
is
talk
Dean
about
paid?
Harry. I'm here to talk about Harry.
Is Dean paid though?
I'm not here to talk about Dean. I'm here to talk
Well,
about
you
Harry.
said Dean in your video, right? So are you going back on that claim that Dean? You're now
no,
saying Dean isn't
no,
paid?
I'm not going back on that claim. I'm doubling down on that claim.
Terry, thank you for the $6.66. Christine, thank you for the $6.66 directly
Hey,
from
can I
Liberal
just say
Jesus and Nancy
something?
Pelosi. Thank you so much. But you're
just-
doubling down on that claim. So what's the evidence that Dean is paid?
I'm going to answer that question, and I'm not going to dodge it. So hold me accountable. Can I just say real quick, and this is not your fault. You have the sorriest comment section of any comment section I've ever seen. People saying "Hail Satan" and 666. That's absolutely terrible, bro. Like, I am so sorry for your comment section.
Julio,
Like,
thank you for the dollar.
That is
Zero, thank you for the
absolutely
dollar.
tragic.
W Satan.
That is absolutely tragic. That is absolutely tragic. Not you, but your comments, bro. The people that are saying "Hail Satan," bro, that's absolutely sad. You know
Hannah,
what
thank you
I'm
for the
saying?
$6.66. Thank you so much. Tyler, thank you for the $6.66 for the Dark Lord. Thank you so much.
That's crazy, y'all. That is absolutely crazy.
Dude, Gavin, thank you for the dollar.
I'm stressing over here reading your comment. I gotta stop reading your comment section, bro. Okay, let's get back into debate. Talking about me doubling down on Dean being paid.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, I just said I'm doubling down on it.
Yeah, so like what's the evidence?
Well, I have evidence on Harry. I haven't found evidence on Dean yet. Well, you're
So
laughing.
you believe it without any evidence,
No,
bro.
listen, you're laughing. You're laughing when I have hard, cold evidence that could put Harry in jail for 2 to 5 years for not disclosing the fact that
No,
he-
it does not put Harry in jail.
Contribution.
Teresa, thank you for the $6.66. Thank you,
According to
Teresa.
the Treasury, a campaign finance.
Seth, thank you for the $6.66.
Okay, can I say something, please, Parker?
Okay, go for it.
Okay. A campaign finance violation is making, receiving, or failing to report a contribution, donation, or expenditure in violation of the Federal Election Campaign Act, fraudulently misinterpreting. So you are denying that Harry ever did that.
Yeah, I don't think that Harry did that. James, I appreciate the $6.66. Thank you so much, Philip. Thank you for the $5 from Baphomet. And Bren, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much.
Okay. So you said I'm not trying to play the semantic game with you, but you're good at the semantic game. So we're going to get into the
Someone,
semantic.
thank you for the $5. Thank you so much.
You
No,
said
I did not do that.
you said that you didn't think that he did, but you can't prove it, and I can in fact prove that he did. And if you continue on the same government website,
Can't prove.
okay, here's what it says: the maximum term of imprisonment for these series of offensive is 2 years, less serious, up to 6 months in jail. And this is straight from the USA Sentencing Commission Go. And that
Thank
is,
you for the $6.66.
that's crazy, bro. That is crazy. I'm talking about the people that is, dude. I've never had so many crazy comments in a. I know they're trolling, but that's still really sad, bro. That you have
Connor,
to,
we can have conversations about Christianity if you want to. I can get you to say some crazy shit there.
Oh yeah, for sure. But let's get into the
Vanessa, thank you for the $6.66 for Hail Satan. Thank you.
That's crazy. But yeah, so you are though in denial of the fact that Harry failed to disclose the fact that he was receiving, or getting some kind of campaign donation and not having a disclaimer. Because by the way,
I don't think there's good evidence supporting that. Why? Thank you for the you're amazing. Thank you so
don't-
much, Julio.
okay,
Thank you for the
so
$2.
everyone,
Because
let's
you
go.
believe that Dean is paid, yet that none of those particular filings exist for Dean.
So you just when I said that Harry is committing a crime according to the Federal Election Campaign Act, the first thing you do is mention Dean. Isn't that kind of obvious? Like that you're trying to redirect the fact that Harry is facing jail time?
No. What I'm saying is that you don't even base it upon the FEC's filing because it doesn't exist for Dean, yet you still believe it. Brian, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. That's what I'm saying.
Repeat that last sentence again, please.
Yeah, you don't hold to this standard of evidence because you hold it to be true that Dean is paid without it being true that there's FEC filings.
Okay, so you want to talk about contradictory statements? Is that what you want to do? That is what you want to do. It seems like what you like to do. Okay.
Yeah, appreciate you. Someone's thank you for the $6.66. Thank you so much for
I'm
Christian.
really glad that we're talking about contradictory statements. So, down to the minute, professional hater type stuff right here. Okay, you can laugh at that. 3:22 p.m. March 30th, 2024. Harry Sisson tweeted out because you like to come at people for making
Yeah,
contradictory
Shay,
statements.
thank you so much for the $6.66.
Harry said, let me just read both of these things, please. And this is from his Twitter or X, right? President Biden challenged Trump to a round of golf, LOL, and offered him a head start. It's hilarious. Donald Trump would never. All Donald Trump is play golf, and he still loses, and then claims Biden rigged it. Biden has jokes, haha. Okay, that's in March. Fast forward to July of this year. Harry tweets, boom! President Biden's campaign just released this statement in response to Trump challenging Biden to a game of golf and absolutely destroyed Trump. Every American needs to see this. And the statement from Joe Biden was that he was going to deny the challenge to play golf against Donald Trump. So which one is it? If you want to talk about contradictory statements, Harry, timestamped 3:22 p.m. March 30th, 2024, is laughing that Biden challenged Trump to golf and thought it was hilarious, and that said Trump would never accept. And then all of a sudden, he's defending Biden when Biden backs out when Trump challenges to a game of golf. I know this isn't like a topic about substance. It's just kind of a gotcha moment. But if you want to talk about being contradictory, one of your good friends is the king of it. I got receipts on receipts on receipts for that, brother.
Yeah, so I would say that these are different times. So the reason why it's not a contradiction is because it is the case that you held it at two different time periods, and you can hold differing worldviews at different points in time. Like, for example, I used to be a Trump supporter. I'm now not a Trump supporter. Is that a contradiction?
No.
Appreciate it,
So
thank
with that being said, so then I'm going to hold you to the same standard. If what you're saying, if what you are claiming that I am making a contradiction, with your logic, all I could do then is go on and say, "Oh, it's a different point in time. I changed my mind."
That you changed. Yeah, you changed your mind. Therefore, now you are not contradicting yourself, but prior you were. So yeah, if you say now that Dean isn't paid, right? Well, then yeah, you wouldn't be contradicting yourself anymore.
That's an interesting statement. As I said, I doubled down earlier.
Hunter realizes what contradiction is.
What do you mean?
What is a contradiction?
It's where you say something and then you say something after that is a hypocrisy to the previous statement that you made.
Appreciate the boxing. Thank you so much. It's when A doesn't equal A. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
the
what I just
exact
said.
same
That's
thing,
what I said. When someone
true
says
and then
something
false.
or do something. Yeah, that's what I said. When someone does
No,
something.
so because
Yes,
for example,
I literally just explained it to you.
No, what you just
I was
said is
correct on it.
compatible with saying that when I was a Trump supporter in 2016 and me not being a Trump supporter now is a contradiction. That's not necessarily, like, it would have been hypocritical only if I held the same views. And also, when you say hypocrisy, that also presupposes there's a contradiction. Just letting you know. that you're saying like something is wrong yet you're still doing it? Like
What do you
don't think
mean?
it's wrong when you do it?
No, that's a lack of morality. And
Yeah,
lack of
it presupposes a conflict with your own morality when you say hypocrisy. But yeah, whatever.
So,
This is
okay.
just semantical. Appreciate the
Okay.
racing. Thank you so much.
Okay. So to clarify, what I said wasn't when I was giving my definition of the contradiction. It's very similar to when I mentioned hypocrisy, but not the exact same.
Jay, thank you for the $6.66, and Jesse, thank you for the
So that
$5.
is what you're
Thank you.
saying.
Yeah, so
That's
like yeah, it's just you could define it better. But yeah.
Okay. Do you want another contradiction from Harry or no? Because we've already talked about
You
contradiction.
can, but that's you're still pivoting away from the point that I brought up that you were contradicting
Which one?
yourself.
How so?
Because again, you said particularly that the standard of proof as it relates to identifying that Harry is paid is not met within Dean, yet you still hold to the view.
Yeah, I do hold to that view. So I'm not contradicting myself.
The contradiction is that you held a standard of proof for one, but not for the other. You're saying the standard of proof for Harry is this, but the standard of proof for Dean is not this. So you're not holding it true in both
No,
scenarios.
Lily, I am not a secret Satan fan. Christ is King. Jesus
So
Christ.
if you're holding to a
Like I
principle
said,
that this
yeah.
is what determines its standard of evidence in all cases, then you can't say it's true in one case but not the other. That would be a contradiction because you're holding to a principle, i.e., it indicates it to be true in all scenarios. And Tessa, thank you for the $25 on Cash App because Hunter's an idiot. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Damn, bro, you really got liberals sending you money for debating. That's honestly pretty sad on their part. You know, I'd be really sad if I was sending someone money to talk on a debate.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Harry? Please tell me that's Harry.
And your biggest video is saying that Harry's paid by the DNC.
No, that's not true at all.
Matt,
biggest
thank you for the
video-
dollar. Thank you so much.
Whoa! Now you just contradicted yourself and lied. That's not my
No,
biggest.
I
video
didn't.
at all.
I never said prior what your biggest video is.
You said my biggest video was that. That's not even my fifth or sixth biggest video. My biggest video is exposing human trafficking. That's number one. And number two is talking about the economic state of the job market in the United States. Both of those have over millions of views. So the
Okay, I
fact
do give you that. One has
Okay.
3 million. Yeah, I get you.
So I
It is-
did pin- I did-
it is your most watched video recently. By
well,
far.
yeah. Recently, within the past week or two, for sure. But it's not even in my top 6 or 7. I have a video with over 500,000, a video with
Yeah,
400.
it's your most viewed video since the beginning of May. Aaliyah, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much, which is 2 months ago. Connor, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, so will you go back on your statement of you saying that that's my biggest video because that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that
I
was
would.
flat out not true. Okay. Third most viewed? No, Key. It's not even my top 6 most viewed. Okay, that's fine.
But
It is.
you are
pinned.
milking it
is
for the
pinned.
views. Let's be totally real here.
That video?
You're milking the whole paid DNC thing for views.
Am I?
Yeah, you definitely are. You know it in your head too.
I
Don't lie,
know
you're
that.
Christian.
That's what you think? That's what you think? No, I will say this. There was a video that I don't know if it's still up or not, but I actually did debate Harry last week, and I did actually say he's a very genuine guy. And that, for me coming on trying to expose him for crimes, that might be a little bit hypocritical, and I can fully admit when I'm being hypocritical.
Might be a little bit. So he's a genuine guy, but he's also a criminal, and he's not genuine.
Well, that's how I feel about Donald Trump too. He's a convicted felon, but I think he's a pretty genuine guy. We can talk about
'cause-
Trump. You said
Hunter,
you said
you're
you wanted
totally
to-
delusional.
No, you said you wanted to talk about Trump at some point as well. You want to talk about the DNC puppet thing and Trump thing are the two things you said earlier, right?
Yeah, I'll ask you one question. Can you name one policy that Donald Trump influenced to get passed that benefit the middle class more than it benefit rich people?
Yeah, absolutely. The tax breaks that he 1 second. I don't know the exact.
83% of taxes went to the top 1%.
Well, it was trickle down economics, which I don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah, so trickle down economics.
I'm not saying I agree with that.
Taxes go to the top 1%, but since the 80s, we've seen wages not increase with productivity when prior to the 80s they did. So since the adaptation or adoption of trickle down economics, we have seen worse off trends in the economy because instead of it being either you get taxed or you give money to your workers, it is the case that instead they base it upon they just get the money, right, regardless for a tax break. So they have no incentive to give it to their workers. Janet, thank you for the $1. Thank you so much for free mark.
So I'm not saying that I agree with that policy, but you got to understand that that is what he was doing in order to benefit everyone from an economic standpoint by giving massive tax breaks.
Barbara, thank you for the $6.66.
So you said you wanted
if
one
it was to
policy,
benefit
you had
everyone.
Mac-
No, I said that benefit the middle class more than it benefit rich people. 83% of the tax cuts went to the top 1%, which means it did not, majority speaking, help the middle class. Also, everyone, Mark left. So
That actually makes me really
Matt, thank you
sad.
for the $6.66. Thank you so much. I
think
appreciate
I think
Barbara.
we
Thank
can
you for
both-
the
I think-
$6.66.
I think we can both agree that makes us sad.
What?
I think that's the first thing of the night we can agree on.
that Mark left. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think like his
In
bro.
the arms
Yeah.
of an angel.
So I thought that you were going to say, hey, give me one policy that Donald Trump did that was good. Obviously, I want to talk about the Abraham Accords, which established peace between Israel and the UAE. Obviously, you know what's going on right now with Biden.
And take into account Palestine, led to conflict in the Middle East.
It didn't lead to conflict in the Middle
It
East.
did lead to conflict in the Middle East
It
because it
didn't.
didn't
And it's
acknowledge
a peace in the Middle
Palestinians.
East. That's-
It didn't. Yeah. So also the moving of the embassy to Jerusalem that provoked conflict in the region. Right. There were plenty of things we could relate to there. Golan Heights.
So would you like to elaborate on that? Because you just mentioned places, but you didn't mention.
So the moving of the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem particularly provoked conflict, right, between like the Palestinians, right, and Israel.
But what you're failing to acknowledge, I mean, it's not that you don't know this. I'm sure that you do.
Lisa,
But
thank you for the 5 subs. Thank you.
the Palestine-Israel conflict has been going on post World War II ever since. So this is nothing new, right? What Trump
I
was,
never said it was new. I said it increased conflict in the region. Sarah, thank you for the $5. Thank you so
I
much.
completely disagree with that. I think that it established peace. Well, there's a lot of tensions in the Middle East right now, but established peace between Israel, Morocco, and the UAE. 3 countries right there that are now at peace because of Donald Trump and the Abraham Accords.
Yeah. So again,
And I didn't mention Palestine in that because I agree what's going on right now with Palestine.
yeah, but what I'm telling you is that it also provoked conflict in other places. And secondly, as it relates to this, there was plenty of other conflict we could mention. Him leaving Kurdistan specifically led to the Turkish-Kurdish war. He specifically gave a weapons deal to Saudi Arabia, which genocided Yemeni people. 85,000 Yemeni children were starved to death based upon the blockades that existed there, which Trump specifically again supported Saudi Arabia.
What year was this? Where all the people starved. I'm not saying that to try and get you. I just genuinely don't know. Let's talk about
2018, 2019, around those years.
that. Okay. And you said Donald Trump. What did he do?
Devin, thank you for the $6.66. Thank you so much. Supported Saudi Arabia, gave them weapons deals, things like that.
Can you prove both of those things?
Yeah. Do you want me to show you Trump giving weapons deal to Saudi Arabia?
Yes. And his reasoning for why. Or not his reasoning, but the reasoning that the GOP party of the administration gave for why. Because what you're saying, it makes it seem monstrous, but I want to know from obviously a different standpoint, not a DNC puppet standpoint. Sorry, I had to say that one last time, but now I'm off it.
Yeah. So this is you can find this specifically from PBS. It's what you need to know about Trump's $8 billion Saudi arms deal.
Whoa, so real quick. I hate to cut you off, and I'm gonna pivot here. You said that he gave $8 billion to Saudi Arabia, but you don't want to mention the fact that under the Biden administration, hundreds of billions of dollars in total have gone to Ukraine as well as Israel.
Hundreds of billions? That's not true.
Okay, so how much exactly?
So there's been 107 billion dollars given to the Ukrainian government.
Okay, yeah, so it is hundreds.
And then
of billions.
I disagree with
Post
support for
100,
Israel.
so anything above 100 billion would be hundreds of
You said-
billions. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so 1.1 million is like multiple millions of dollars. Antonio, appreciate the $5.
Okay, so over 100 billion. Let me go back on the.
No, just to
hundreds
answer
of
the
billion.
question,
Over-
is 1.1 million multiple millions?
Yes, plural. Anything above 1 is plural. You know that. Come on, this is basic math. 1, singular. 2,
Shit,
plural.
thank you for the dollar.
1.1 over singular because it's over 1.0. Now we're just getting to the nitty gritty of it. The point that I want you to
So
please answer-
1.0000000000000000001 is multiple millions.
Well, we have to round. If you're doing 0, 0,
I'm just
0,
asking
0,
if you-
that rounds down to 1.
If it was $1 million
1.07
in one penny,
rounds to 1.1.
if it was $1 million in one penny, is it multiple millions?
You know what I find ironic is the fact that you're going on the semantics of zeros and pennies when you don't want to acknowledge the fact.
Hunter,
that
can you just
Joe Biden
answer
has-
the question?
Can you answer the question that I asked you first?
What is the question?
Why did Joe Biden send hundreds of billions of dollars to fund foreign wars in both Israel as well as Ukraine? If you want to talk about
The
8
Budapest
billion
Memorandum,
that
and I
Trump said
disagree
to
with the
Saudi
money given
Arabia.
to Israel. Trump supports more funding for Israel. Trump says he supports them 10 times more.
I know that Trump supports Israel. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know that.
more-
I'm not
more
saying I
than-
agree with
more
that.
than
I'm not
Biden
saying
does.
that I agree with that.
Someone
I'm just
saying
saying-
$6.68
Under-
per 100. Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna make me throw a rage fit. Not the fact that you're getting paid, but the fact that you're getting paid $6.66, bro, makes you want to throw my phone.
Sure.
I think some,
Hunter, I have a question. Do you think genocide is always bad?
is genocide always bad? Is that your question? To rephrase it. I feel like this is a trick question, but absolutely, I do think genocide is always bad. Yes.
In every single scenario, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you're Christian, right?
Agnostic, same as you. What you claim, even though you mock.
Thank you for the $6.66. Thank you so much. You're not Christian?
I'm agnostic. Same as you.
And you made a video about me, or like the first video is him mocking God.
Yeah,
But
'cause
Christ is king in his bio.
There's a difference. Now you're
Okay, so say
You're saying
Jesus
that you're
Christ is not
agnostic.
God.
What?
Say Jesus Christ is not God. Scorpio,
I
thank
do
you for the
believe. I
$4.
do
Thank you
believe
so much.
that. I do
Monica, thank you
believe
for the
that Jesus Christ is
$6.66.
God because he claims so in the four Gospels. But we're not talking about that. We'll
Oh,
get
so
into
you do
religion
believe
later.
Jesus is God. Okay. So have you
Yeah.
read 1 Samuel 15:3?
Yes.
Yeah, so it says, now go attack the Amalekites and totally destroy all that belongs to them. Put to death men and women, children and infants, cattle and sheep, camels and donkeys. That's God explicitly commanding
You're
Saul and
making
his
a
men to
distinction
genocide.
between the. You're making a distinction
quite
between
literally.
Old Law and New Testament law. Now you want
Yeah.
to talk about religion.
No, but that's
fine.
still your God, is it? Is it?
2,000
Christina, thank you for the $6.60.
$20,000 for a senior to get their medication. Now under Joe Biden,
No, exactly.
That's
what-
God explicitly commanding genocide. So if you think genocide is always
God-
wrong,
God the
well, then
Father,
you're going
not
to think
God the
God
Son.
did something wrong there.
No, stop.
That's
stop,
still
stop.
God. That's still God, right?
I'm not admitting that God the Father is God. No, I said that Jesus is God. Christ is King.
You don't think God the Father is God?
No. Because I said I'm agnostic. I said I'm agnostic, right? And what you are specifically doing is you are quoting Old Testament law versus New Testament law, and so the very thing that you asked
You're
me to
not
say.
agnostic. You're not
No.
agnostic. Do you
Well, what's wrong with me?
worship? Do you
Can I
worship
say-
Jesus
can I say
Christ?
two- can I
Appreciate
say
Little
two
Crown.
points real quick? Can I
Do
say
you
2
worship?
points real quick?
No. First of all, do you worship Jesus Christ?
Yes.
Okay, so you are Christian. You're not agnostic. This is a bullshit claim that you're just making to get out of fucking answering these questions.
No, not at all. Not at all. Because can I explain my point real quick?
for it.
Okay. So the first question that you asked me was, hey, talk about, Jesus, is Jesus your God, yada, yada, yada. And I said, yes. And then I was about to explain the four Gospels in the New Testament. And then what you immediately did was reference the quote from the Old Testament, which is explicitly distinguished in modern Christianity, two different types of law, Old Testament law, New Testament law. And you're making a distinction on Jesus Christ after.
Hunter, you misunderstood.
No,
It's
you
always
misunderstood.
wrong. Always means at all times.
But
So
then-
even if you're going to reference
Yes.
the past in terms of the Old
Yes.
Testament, it's still wrong.
Yes,
Appreciate
I
sunglasses.
think God the Father committed crazy crimes in the Bible, in the Old Testament. I'm not in
Wait,
denial of that.
Is God the Father God?
I not a God that.
Jay, thank you for the $6.66.
No, I honestly I don't want to answer that question because some people are like, "Oh, Hunter is really a Satanist." I think Jesus Christ is King.
So Jesus is God. The Holy Spirit is God. Now the Father is also God. Right?
You want? I didn't say that I believe in the Trinity. I never once
You
made that claim.
don't. You don't believe in the Trinity?
That's why I said I'm agnostic. There's things I got to figure out. I believe in Jesus Christ, the Son.
Okay. So your Bible, quite literally, I appreciate the little con. Thank you so much. Says God the Father is God.
That's crazy. I guess I'm the Antichrist now.
So you disagree with the Bible?
Of course, there are many discrepancies in the Bible.
Okay. So then, what specifically gets you to believe that Jesus Christ is God?
Absolutely. I mean, look at the way that he lived his life, and look at the miracles that he performed. Look at the things that he knew. Look at the things.
How are the miracles justified that they happened? Is it the Bible?
It's an eyewitness account.
So you just-
It's face value. It's an eyewitness account.
So what are the names of the people that specifically like?
Yeah,
knew
John.
Jesus.
Yeah, John, Luke, Matthew. We can talk about Peter as
You
well.
think
but
you think
that's
we
not-
know those people? You
Absolutely.
know that those
not. We
people
don't know
existed?
those
Persian the
people.
elephant. So we didn't know that those people existed.
Historians have proved that those people have existed.
Oh, which historians?
That's a great question.
And Hunter, you don't have the answer, do you?
I'm staring into your eyes right now, bro.
I know, because
No,
you
I'm
don't
not.
got an answer to the question.
No, I don't know what historians know. No, I don't. Oh, that's gonna. Okay, bro. I'm about to throw my phone now.
Appreciate the lemon.
Not at
Thank
you.
so
Not
much.
at you. At the comments, bro. I don't. I love Jesus. Stop saying anything about me being satanic. Jesus Christ is King. Jesus Christ is Lord. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so you're funny. So again, my point very clearly here is that you, right? You think genocide is always wrong, right? Your
course.
Bible gets you to
course.
believe genocide is good.
Whoa.
In 1 Samuel 15:3.
You're saying
First Corinthians.
my Bible. That's not my Bible.
Do you believe in the global flood?
Why do you keep switching the topics of debate to completely different things?
I'll
when
just clarify. Do you believe in the global flood?
I'm going to backtrack and disprove your claim that it is not my Bible. You say your Bible, as in my Bible? Absolutely not. It's
Sure,
the
let's
Bible.
say it's not your Bible. Now, do you
Well,
believe in
there
the
you
global
go.
flood?
So the Bible. Can you admit that it's the Bible?
Do you
and
believe
not
God
my Bible?
caused the global flood?
Will you answer my question first because you contradicted
It's
yourself?
not your Bible then.
Okay. So it's what is
Okay,
it? The
so-
Bible? It's the Bible?
Yeah, but I think you believe in it. But okay. Now, can you answer my question?
The global flood?
Yeah, do you believe in the global flood? And William,
I think-
thank you for $6.66. Wyatt, think of the
according
glowing.
to
Thank you.
scientists, no, I don't know which scientist, but yeah, no, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't really pay attention to many science
Samantha,
classes.
think of the $6.66.
But with that being said, I think that scientists have proven that there have been like 5 or 6 mass extinction events throughout history. Is it 5 or is it 6? Or is it it's 5 or 6?
I'm not quite sure.
Okay, well there have been multiple mass extinction events throughout history, and I think that the flood was one of them.
Okay, so you believe in the global flood. God caused the global flood, right?
As I said, we need to talk about New Testament versus Old Testament law because I think there are a lot of discrepancies in Old Testament.
No,
law.
but do you believe that God caused the global flood?
Well, what you have to distinguish is whoever
Give him
created
2 roses, chat. Give him 2 roses.
whoever created the universe, right? Whether that be God or whether that be Allah and Islam or whatever you believe in, it's not just an accident that happened, right? So when I say did God cause the global flood, it does
Let's
say
go! Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, dude, I was about to be at dude, I would have had to leave.
You were at 666.
I know. For only a second, though. Only a small second. The point that I'm trying to make, though, is that I am not condoning or advocating for anything that happens in the Old Testament because it's vile and it's cruel and it's absolutely monstrous. So even if I were to admit that God closed the global flood, which I'm not admitting, by the way, but if I were to admit that, you'd be like, oh, well, that's genocide of the entire earth. And I would say yes. And then you would say, wait, but you said all genocide is bad.
Yeah,
And then I would say,
yeah.
Like, I got you. But you see, I'm not going to
Appreciate
do
that,
that because I'm
mustache.
already thinking of what you're going to say.
Hunter, the only way that you can get around the contradictions of Christianity are by literally not holding to Christian views. Okay, that's what you're understanding right now. Is that in order to be able to get away from these
But then
contradictions, you have to not be a Christian.
But then that proves my claim when I said that I'm agnostic because I'm openly and blatantly talking about how I disagree with many things that happened in the Old Testament of the Christian Bible.
Yeah, so if you disagree with things that happen in the Bible, why don't you disagree with the fact that someone rose from the dead, someone walked on water, someone turned water into wine, things that are extraordinarily unlikely to occur? But yet you believe Trump's not a sexual abuser?
Bro, okay. I figured it out. Can I say something real quick? We'll talk about the sexual abuse part, but can I say something before you do that?
Go ahead.
I am figuring out now how you guys debate. So Dean debates very angrily and he yells and throws tantrum. And Harry likes to scratch his head and he likes to look down and he likes to stutter and he gets really red. What you do, you're a very sly debater and you're very good at it because what you do is you switch the conversation, the topic of conversation anytime before you let someone speak. You go, this. Oh, let's talk about Trump. Hey, this. Talk about Dean when we're talking about completely different substance. That's what you're currently
No,
doing.
Hunter, what you're not understanding that I'm doing is that I'm specifically identifying beliefs that you have, and due to the beliefs that you have, I can then consistency test those beliefs. So I'm not switching to other topics. They're all relevant, particularly to the values that you've expressed in this conversation. So you think that I'm changing? No, this is just how an intelligent person makes points. I'm not saying I'm like super intelligent. I'm just saying that this is just like how intelligent people make points, not specifically me.
Okay. So you wanna talk about Trump. We were talking about the Bible, and you made some crazy distinction to Trump being a sexual abuser.
Yeah,
We were
so
talking
burden
about-
of proof.
But listen.
I was
How you're trying to talk about points and talk about all these stuff, moving your hands and stuff, but why? In the world, were we talking about the Old Testament? We're talking about Jesus Christ, and then you go, "Oh, by the way, can you talk that Trump is a sexual abuser?" You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah,
completely
I'll
out there. That's
explain.
what you're doing. Okay.
I'll explain. Burden of proof.
It's a debate
You were,
tactic.
you
It's
were
a good one.
saying
I'll give
you were
you that.
saying it. You were
Debate
saying it's a
tactic.
good enough burden of proof to accept it as it relates to the context of the Bible in terms of Jesus walking on water, snakes talking, Jesus turning water into wine. That's good enough in terms of burden of proof to accept it, but it's not good enough in terms of burden of proof for there to be literally a unanimous jury decision that Trump's a sexual abuser. Yeah,
I never denied that he wasn't. That's what I'm saying.
So you agree Trump's a sexual abuser?
Can you pull up the document government? I have so many documents that prove that Harry is a felon, but you obviously Trump is connected on
Harry's a felon? Oh my
He
god.
is. Harry's a felon, by the way.
No, Trump's actually
I
a
know
felon.
Parker-
Harry is not a felon.
No, they're both felons, which why I'm really surprised why Harry isn't good friends with Trump, because they both have a lot in common. They commit crimes.
Okay, if you agree that he's a criminal, a violent criminal, then why do you want to
Not
vote
a
for
violent criminal. I said
Well,
he's a
do you think
felon.
SA is violent?
He was found guilty on 34 records of falsifying business records.
Is
Those
SA
were his
violent?
felonies. Those were his felonies.
Is
You were
SA
talking about-
violent?
You were talking about being violent, being a sexual abuser. I do not think that falsifying business records constitutes for any of those things.
No, what you're not understanding is that he is a criminal because of the falsifying of business records, the felony,
Yes.
and then he's also violent because of the sexual abuse. So he's a violent criminal. He's violent and he's a criminal.
Well, yeah. Well, he was proven in the court of law that he was convicted of 34 felonies. I'm not denying that he's not a criminal. I'm not one of those people that go, "Oh, it's a completely rigged system." No,
He was
found
also
guilty.
proven that he was a sexual abuser.
Is that actually proof? Is that actually proven?
Unanimous jury decision, yes. Held legally responsible in a civil court for sexual abuse unanimously by a jury based upon preponderance of the evidence, which means more likely than not, he's a sexual abuser.
More likely than not. That's not concrete proof. It's more likely than not.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
not
then, so then why do you accept Jesus walking on water?
I didn't say that I accepted that. I said I accepted.
You don't
Jesus
accept those
Christ.
miracles, but you brought up earlier specifically, oh, what about all the miracles that Jesus committed? What miracles are you referencing?
Turning water into wine, bro. Raising
Yeah,
someone.
so you believe that Jesus turned water into wine, not
Yeah.
based upon preponderance of the evidence, but preponderance of evidence isn't a high enough standard of proof for you? That's called a joke. Right? You
Yes,
literally
so wait,
apply
wait,
no
wait,
standard of
wait, wait,
evidence
wait,
for
wait.
Jesus turning water into wine, but you do apply a standard of evidence for Donald Trump being a sexual abuser.
Can you please provide concrete proof that he is? And stop. And stop just talking
Him
about
being
it.
held legally responsible by a jury based on preponderance of the evidence.
Do you
is
have
more likely
documents
than
that
not.
prove it? Because I have like hella documents printed out that your
Yeah,
friend.
I'll show you. I'll show you the document.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. There is literally a core document. Have you not seen this?
Yeah, please do. No, I know. I have not. I have not seen the court document about Trump being a sexual abuser.
Okay. Well,
Well, I am
I'll
denying that I have
for you.
ever seen that because I have never seen that. So I'm asking to provide proof. Show me proof, and then I can look it up. Okay. What website is that? Scroll up.
Times. New York Times.
Bro, I asked for proof, and bro pulled up the New York Times.
You know, the New
So
York
that is
Times is
no
quite
dot
literally just the
org.
one reporting.
That
on
is
it,
no
thinking they're
dot org.
over.
That is no dot edu. That is a dot com. The New York Times.
There is a
a
case
liberal
file, you
media
dense ass.
news outlet.
You
So
dense
the fact
ass.
that
Hunter,
Parker
there's a
is saying
fucking case
that
file.
Donald Trump
Look
is
at the
a
case
sexual
file.
abuser with
Hunter,
the
look
claim-
at the case file. Do you see the
So pull
fucking
up that.
case
If it's
file?
public knowledge, so if it's public knowledge, and it's
There's
not
a
on the
case
New York-
file, you
Only
fucking.
thing you can
Oh my
prove is
gosh.
the New York Times.
There's a case file.
That's your evidence against Trump. Is the
There's
New
a
York
case
Times?
file.
Bro, you know that.
Hunter, I'm not engaging with you if you don't fucking acknowledge this. This is a case file. They're literally reporting on the fucking literal case file. There's a case file you can look up. It's from the courts. It's not pulled out of the ass. It's not from fucking something that New York Times created. Yet you'd probably still believe the Ashley Biden shit when it was sold to Project Veritas. Like, get a fucking grip, dude.
Why are you so mad?
You believe the contents are justified when she came out and said that there were false
You are
accusations
so
lobbed
mad,
at people she
bro.
cares about that
And you
defame
put up
people
the
she cares
New
about.
York Times as your source. You put up the New York Times as your source, bro. And now
Hunter, it's a court case. They're just reporting on it, Hunter. They're just reporting. Are you just fucking with me, Hunter?
no, show me the court case then. Show me the .org or the .edu source. No, not a New York Times,
It's the
bro.
perfect
But that's
form from the
literally on
case.
the New York Times website.
That doesn't fucking matter. It's literally look up the case number.
What do you mean? that
Hunter,
doesn't
Hunter,
matter?
Hunter, just look up the case number then.
What do you mean, bro? Why are you
Hunter,
being so
Hunter,
mad?
look up the case number because you're being dense. Willfully.
No, you're
ignorant.
being done. You're providing the New York
No,
Times
what-
as a
what-
source. How the hell is that not being done?
He's
Providing
trolling.
mainstream
You're
media news to try
You're
and back your
literally
claim when I have
trolling. You're
FEC
literally trolling.
documents that prove your friend is
You're
a
trolling.
felon.
No, not true. Hunter, not only do you not have that, right, as it relates to proving that he's fucking literally paid by the DNC, one, two, it's also the case that this is a case filing, right? They're just reporting on the case filing. So these are court documents.
Yes, thank you.
Case file. I just told you, Hunter, you can look up the case file. The case file I just showed you is at the
But
top
I'm
of the
asking, can you,
page.
if it's public knowledge, then if it's public knowledge, please pull it up on a page that is not mainstream media news. That's all I'm asking.
This is the case file. Look up the case file.
But that's on the New York
Hunter,
Times.
respectfully, look up the case file.
Okay, so
If you
show
tell me
the
one
case
more
file.
time
How about you show me the
that
case
you're
file
not
since you're
going to
gonna prove
accept
so
it,
hard? You're the one that wants to prove it. You're the one
because
that wants
I'm
to
telling
prove
you, it shows you the case file right
on
here.
the New York Times, brother.
Why won't you
Pull up-
accept it when there's literally a case file?
Pull up the document then on a .org website or
Hunter,
on a
I'm not going to
government
engage
website.
with you if you don't fucking pull it up. You pull it up right now. Pull
You're
it up
the
on
one
your
who's
fucking
claiming that
secondary
you did
device.
it. You pull it
Hunter,
up.
Hunter, shut up. Pull it up on your other device right now.
Times. He's raging now. He's so mad. Why are
Because
you mad,
because
bro?
you're being willfully ignorant.
No,
Right?
because you're
There's one thing
providing
there's one thing,
mainstream media as a
Hunter.
source.
Hunter, shut the fuck up. You're actually an idiot. You're actually an idiot, Hunter. Literally an idiot. There's a case file at the top of the fucking page. There's a case file at the top of the page, Hunter. All you have to do is literally go to the case file. You're just rage baiting right now because you want to get views. That's it. That's literally the only reason.
The fact that you're so angry when all I did was ask you to provide a document or source besides the New
Hunter,
York Times.
Hunter, what angers me is when people are willfully ignorant. When you specifically know that there's a case file, yet you still specifically decide to act dumb and act like you don't know because you are trying to literally rage bait. Okay? Engage with the point. If you want to have a conversation with me, Hunter,
I do.
I'll have a conversation.
I do.
I'll have a genuine conversation with you. I was having a genuine conversation with you. Okay? So if you want to continue that, then fucking engage with what I have to say. Don't act like a child.
I am engaging with what you have to say, and you're the one
You're
who said
just
it.
rage baiting. You're not trying to engage.
Oh well, it's
You're
clearly
engaging
working on your emotions.
disingenuously.
You're getting very, very mad, and I think that's
I told you why I was mad, Hunter. I told
Yeah.
you why I was mad because you are engaging in a willfully ignorant manner.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this. You pulled up, and then this is not me. This is not a rage bait. I'm not going to laugh. I'm not going to smile. I'm saying this with a serious ass face. You pulled up the New York Times for your source, and you said, "Here is the document," and you showed me, and you said, "Look at it." So I said, "Okay."
He's so dense, bro.
Then I said,
It has the case file at the top. Are you really this dense?
No,
Damon,
but then I said, can you provide a
I'm sorry,
source?
Hunter, but you're making yourself look really dumb right now. You're looking really dumb.
You're not
Okay?
letting me finish
When you
my
don't
point.
understand there's a case file at the top
He's not even
and that the
letting
New
me
York
finish
Times
my
is just
point.
reporting on
I know, Parker.
This is like saying you don't accept the fucking war crimes that are happening in Ukraine by me giving you an article that indicates that because it was
Hey, this
from
proves
an
my
article.
point again. This proves my point
The
again.
article
Parker,
is
when he
just
doesn't know what
reporting
to
on
say,
it.
he switches the topic. So the fact that he can't provide anything but mainstream media, he switched to Ukraine when he was providing the
No.
New York Times for a source.
Hunter, you
He
just
said-
look
he
really
was
dumb
like,
right now.
Parker was like, "Shut the fuck up, bro!" And it's so funny because the whole thing's screen recorded, bro.
Yeah, I know.
You
You're
say
rage
I'm the
baiting. You
dense
know you're
one?
dumb.
I no. You say I'm the dense one. I caught you in
No,
4K,
so yeah,
brother.
Hunter,
I caught you in
you're
4K,
essentially
brother.
saying
okay,
you don't
have a good
accept
night.
things that are reported
Take care,
on.
everyone. I got what I
You're gonna
needed.
run away? You're gonna run away? Really,
Oh no,
Hunter?
I'm not running away.
You're literally
I'm not
running away
running
right
away at
now.
all. I
You were
think
like,
this is
take
great.
care.
I think this is great.
You swiped
All
out.
all I did for you to get so mad was ask for a source besides mainstream media. Is all that I did.
No.
You said, yes,
it already
no,
says.
no.
It already says the source. It's literally the case file is the source. The case file is the source. The case file at the top, and you're
Okay.
disputing it, Hunter. You just look dumb. Anyone that has half of a
Typical
brain
liberal-
cell
what
knows that you
typical
look dumb
liberals
right
do.
now. Hunter, you just swiped out of the app.
Is they start accusing, they start screaming, they start losing their mind when they can't provide any substance. When I figured out what Parker was doing,
You're lying.
what
You're
he
just
does
lying.
is he switches the topic of conversation anytime
No,
he
I was
doesn't
just
know what to
explaining
do.
something to you using an analogy. You don't know what an analogy is because you're dumb, Hunter.
This is
Like literally, you don't know what an analogy is because you're dumb.
My point further. You're literally
Hunter,
just proving my point.
how
The
am I
more mad
proving
you
your
get,
point?
The more my point is proved.
I'm not even mad at this point. What I'm simply I was mad earlier, but I'm not mad right now. I was simply describing to you, right, how this works because you're acting very dumb. I don't think you're actually this dumb, Hunter. Like you're just gaslighting and you're literally acting dumb.
Really, I was gonna say the same thing about you.
There's no gaslighting, no acting dumb. I told you and I gave you the source. I gave you the case file.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay, pull up the case file.
Okay. So what do you want me to type into Google? No, genuinely. Tell me what to type into Google. I'll type it in.
Yeah. So case file 1 and then colon 22 dash CV dash
Wait, one more time. Case file 1, 2, what?
1 colon 22
Do 2.
dash CV dash 116, like a 100 and then 16. Like, do you see? like 100 and then 16, not like 116, 100 and then 16,
Okay.
and then dash LAK. And it
LAK?
should be document 174.
So I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what I'm seeing, and you just need to tell me where to click.
Okay.
You talking about this one, the public court case search?
You
Or
should
this one
find
here.
it
Oh,
on
this one right here. Wait, hold
you
up.
should find it on public courts. I'll pull it up to show you as well. Yeah, look at Carroll v. Trump. Yes.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now. I'm going to read it. Alleges, so the first sentence says alleges that he did what he did in a room at the New York Times
Think of
store
Cap.
more than 2 decades ago. I'm just reading it out loud to the viewers if that's okay. I'm not giving my opinion. I'm literally just reading.
You won't be able to read the whole thing.
Okay. I'm reading it really fast. I'm trying to. What is. 1 second. So she's obvious.
Remember, you have to go to the document thing. You have to look up the document after.
Yeah, no, I'm on it.
$5. Thank you.
I'm on
This
the
is why
page,
you
bro.
just. This is literally just why you want to go to the fucking New York Times thing. Think of the cap, because it literally just reports on it. Otherwise, you have to scroll through like so much shit.
Bro, it literally says that the allegations may be true. That's literally what it says. It may be
That's the-
true, it may not be.
Hunter, if you don't know how the law works, that's how every single court document works. So they say the same thing for Epstein cases where we know Epstein did it. Okay? So you just don't know how it works.
Okay, so can you show me the part where it says that he was convicted and found guilty? Is that at the end? I'm scrolling down now.
Yes, that's exactly what I was showing you earlier that you didn't want to look at. You have to you have to look up verdict form.
Where do I look at verdict form?
Just control F verdict form.
Control F verdict form?
Oh, he doesn't know what a control F is.
No, I don't. Maybe I'm not as smart as you think.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So just literally just look at it and look at what I just showed you.
I'm reading. No, listen, bro. I'm reading it right now.
It's gonna take you forever to read it.
I know. But essentially, it's just a bunch of a he said, she said. There's no proof denying.
Can you give me any of the evidence submitted in the case?
Saying that Mrs. Carroll is a writer, active columnist, and journalist. She's honest, incredible, things of that nature. It's just talking about Mrs. Carroll's character.
You're not giving me any of the evidence submitted in the case. So because you haven't looked at the case, you don't know any of the contents. Of the
I'm
case,
trying to get
you don't
to it.
have
I'm
any
genuinely
reason
trying to
to
get
not
to it.
accept it.
I'm trying to genuinely get to it. I'm on the page. Listen, bro, I know it's been very, very entertaining debating with you tonight with how mad you got, but I'm genuinely now trying to get to the point. If you want to prove me wrong, here's your chance to prove me wrong with facts.
I already gave you the particular case number, the case
I'm
filing. I've also
on the
even
page, I'm
shown
on
you.
the PDF. No, listen, everyone can use this as video. This can be an out of context clip. I'll admit that I'm dense in the sense of I don't know where to go from here to find what you were telling me to look for. Yes, how do I get to that? From where I'm at.
You can literally just go to the New York Times thing. Go to the original PDF document, right?
Okay, I'm at it.
Yeah, and then what's it called?
You said Control F, which I hit, and then
And
something
you'll
comes
get
up. What do I type?
Verdict form. You must not be on the same thing. You go to verdict form.
1 second.
You have to make sure you're on the document 174. Are you on the document 174?
I'm on nysd.uscourts.gov.
At the top, does it say document 174?
Where would it say that?
It would say that at the top of the document.
It does not.
Okay, so then you need to go to one that says document 174. Because there are document 129, document 129. You need to find document 174. Which is why I just told you to look at what I already showed you.
Okay, so I'm going to take at face value here because I'm admitting to my denseness of not, like, this is genuine, like, this is not me playing dumb, this is me actually being dumb.
This is not me making shit up either. So just
but- okay, so
no
tell me,
reason to-
so tell me this then. Show me and tell me what that document is saying, because I'm on the document. Show me what the verdict was.
Yeah. So the here, let me go back to it. So the verdict specifically, Robin, I appreciate the $6.66. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I do need to clarify something before. Grape, as defined by New York law at that particular time, was a male member into like female member, forcefully against will. Now it's defined as forceful penetration against someone will. So like now it is defined as rape, but before it was just defined as sexual abuse under the civil court case statute.
What up, Mr. Trump? Wait, please show it closer. It's okay. This guy's proof.
Sorry, here, let me do this.
Okay. Verdict form. Okay. Oh, so you said that he's a rapist, but then it literally says he didn't rape her at the top, dude.
So he didn't listen to what I just explained to him. Currently, under New York state law, right, it would be considered as rape.
Now you're spreading
Along with Hunter, in the 1980s, marital grape wasn't considered grape. So legally speaking, you'd say that literally a husband forcefully graping his wife was not grape. Forcefully penetrating his wife, right, was not grape. Like
in the
against her will.
1980s.
In the 80s, yes.
Okay.
So you don't hold to that. Not only do you not hold to the legal definition, and you define it as forceful penetration against will, which is literally what it was, but also currently defined under law right now, under New York state law, it is the case that it's considered grape because redefined it to forceful penetration against someone's will. So right now, under law, it's defined that way, and you don't even base it upon the law. So yeah, it is grape. Forceful penetration against someone's will is grape.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. You said forceful penetration against someone's will is grape. Yes, we're not in combatants there, and we both agree that that's terrible. But and I know what you just explained to me was that the law changed in the 80s.
KTP, thank you for the subscription.
So then, what did he actually do in the 80s that, you know what I mean? If it said that he didn't,
No. That was marital grape definition. The law as it relates to the civil case
Yes.
that changed like last year. Appreciate the handout. Thank you.
Okay, so
After the case was filed for civil liability.
so then my question to you is this, right? If you keep saying that he's a rapist, and everyone's saying that, but then you show me the document. No, I'm not trying to rage, Richard. So don't get mad. This is not me trying to be done.
I'm not going to get mad anymore. That one thing that you did was really stupid earlier. That's why
I know, but I got you, dude.
you got me irritated because you were being dumb.
Yeah,
Like, cool.
I
good
got
job.
you, dude. yeah, thanks. So
Like if you take that as like a
Now
as
you're
like
getting more mad.
a victory lap, then I don't know.
no, I do. You lost your mind, bro. That's what the
Hunter,
liberals do.
you've looked dumb this entire conversation.
That's fine. I hope you
Actually,
do recording.
you're in front of 5,000 people. You should be embarrassed.
No, dude, I'm not embarrassed at all.
You should be.
Matter of opinion. That's subjective. All right, everyone, take care.
Do you want me to ask the chat if they think you should be embarrassed and you're running away?
No, I'm not running away, dude. It's past my bedtime, as everyone was saying.
Aww, so you're running. Yeah, it's actually you running away. Catherine, thank you for the $1. I appreciate it.
Not at all.
What was your question? Catherine? I don't
know how to leave this, dude. How do I? You see, I'm so bad with technology. But how do I leave, dude? I
You sound like a
genuinely,
boomer right now, but are you actually running away?
dude.
I'm gonna put this in the video if you make a video about me. Aw, he ran away. Look at him running away. Look at that kid. He's running away. He's so scared. He's so scared of an actual debate. Dude, he literally looked so dumb. Like, actually unbelievable. He's a runner. He's a track star. Yo, Brie, I appreciate the subscription. Addy, thank you for the sunglasses. Thank you so much. Can everyone go into his videos right now and just spam runner? Can everyone spam in his videos right now? You ran away from Parker. Just all of his comment sections. I just want to see them all filled. The entirety of his comment section, I want to see it filled. Right? I want to see it filled. You want to know what his @ is? I got you. His @ is this. This is his @ Look him up right now. This is his @ Everyone go to his comment section and spam runner. Spam runner. The only reason I did this is because he did that and he's gonna make a video about it. But yeah, everyone go spam runner. Everyone. All right. Well, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you will be voting for Trump in 2024.